Did I tell you it was coming? I couldn't even get the video out before it happened. That's how quickly these things be moving. I try to stay in front of these things to keep y'all informed as they come, but sometimes Coach Prime just quick with it. We got to keep the ball rolling. That's how it is. 8 commits in this class. Deonte Thomas, 6'1", 195 cornerback. Gave it to him one time. Let's talk about him, baby. Come on. Real quick. The intro, it's like a movement. The amount of comments that I get about the song for the intro is incredible. I can't describe it. It's unbelievable. Like, you guys just want to know what it is. And there's a part of me that wants to release it. There's a other part of me that doesn't know what it is to release it. There's a third part of like the mystery of not knowing what it is. Like, it keeps you coming back. You know what I mean? But I'm at a point where I feel like I kind of want to hear the rest of it too. I haven't heard the whole thing in quite some time. I don't remember what it sounds like. I just remember liking the beginning, like, this thing slaps. And you guys all enjoy it. It's great. A little sidebar, my bad. Let's get into the reason why we're here. Deonte Timms. I said Thomas earlier, apologies. 6'5", we'll call it 6'1", 195. 3-star commit, top 100 safety in the country out of Florida. Like this kid a lot. Great size, great hands, likes to get up and get after the ball. My kind of cornerback here. We'll take a look at his film and see what he's bringing to the table. Again, out of Armwood High School. You can see him great on man, not afraid to get physical, loves to go north and south, and then has just blazing speed getting down the field. I love it. Again, this makes the 8th commit to this class, and I want to go over something here in a minute once we watch this film for a bit, but talk about the length, the size that has been committed to this class. Okay, there is an art to be able to recruit when you're fishing in a certain pond, right? We heard Coach Prime talk about it yesterday at Big 12 Media. Say, listen, McGuire, show me the money. Let me get some of that Texas Tech moolah, baby, so we can go out and get some of the guys that we want. Well, when you're having to work with a certain budget, you got to be a little more precise. You got to understand what you're looking for, what you want. You got to realize you can't teach size. You can't teach 6'6". You can't teach 6'3". You can't teach 6'1", 195 as a cornerback /safety /nickel that just knows how to hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? Those things you can't teach. Some tangibles are just you just born with it. You got it, right? That's what this kid's got right here. Like what I see on film, man. Look, I've said this once. I'll say it again. When it comes to cornerback, comes to safety play, it's the one position group that I don't get too critical with. I don't get too worked up or look into it too much. I think that Coach Prime's done a phenomenal job of putting that secondary room together. And you got, let me look at it. Every guy that Coach Prime has put into the secondary /cornerback room, they show the ability to play all over the football field. They're just incredible athletes with great speed, great hands, great vision of the football field, great understanding of the game. You can just see the way that they navigate on the football field, who they are, what they bring to the table. So again, stars, you sometimes, I understand they're important to keep a track on, but I don't like to get too worked up on it too much when you see what we're working with here. But I want to dive into this class and the size of it. Preston Ashley, I think, is the smallest person as a safety. That's what they got labeled as at 5'10", 170. But then we go from that to 6'3", newly committed linebacker at 215. Then we go to Gavin Mueller, 6'5", 255 tight end. Then you go to offensive tackle Xavier Payne. This kid is absolutely huge. 6'7", 255. You can't teach that. I'm telling you right now. So 6'5", 6'7", Deonte Timms, 6'1", 195. Colby Johnson, 6'2", 195. Athlete, 6'4", Domata Peko, 6'4", 220. The Maurice Williams quarterback, 5'11", 120. That's a sweet spot for cornerbacks. 5'11" is the juicy of all juiceness when it comes to that size of cornerback there. So 8 commits. We talked about it at the earlier show. Finished, I think, with, was it 14? So again, far ahead pace of where they were last year with 8 commits already, with I think a few more big-time targets on the board for the Buffs. Again, I think a successful season is going to be huge for them too, on how they're able to capitalize. And I told you we're going to be coming out with a video here either later tonight or tomorrow, breaking down how the coaches viewed the Big 12, how they view who's going to go to the Big 12. And I think Colorado, I think there is a lot of optimism there, but you've got to understand for quite some time that Coach Prime has been working with his sons, and of course Travis Hunter and Shiloh and all those things. And now we're going into a new era of Coach Prime football, and I think there's a kind of reserve, right? There's not too much talk on both sides. There's not a lot of negativity. There's not a lot of optimism. I think people are afraid to have an opinion about it because they know just kind of the turmoil that it can bring. I think earlier on, the reason for the negative noise were the cheering for the downfall. People love to hate. And he weathered that storm. They kind of shut everybody up. So now it's like, okay, we really don't have much ground to stand on. We're not going to support it. We're not going to knock it. We're just going to wait and see. And that kind of seems to be the noise that I've picked up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys are hearing other things. I try to keep my nose out of this stuff, man. You know how people can be negative at times. So, but again, another great pickup. Two commits in one day is absolutely huge for the Colorado Buffs here, adding to their recruiting class, sliding them all the way up to 88th now. So top 100 recruiting class, climbing on our way up, working the way up. Still at last, I believe, in the Big 12, but plenty of time left, plenty of signing days left till December. Also, some breaking news happened. It's got to get past, I believe, still one more level, but only one time to transfer, which is huge. I think it's going to, clear up a lot of things. It's one more step in the right direction of clearing up some of the things they spoke about yesterday, getting some boundaries, getting some guardrails, if you will, to what this NIL is, or where guys just can't hop around. Like, hey, once you commit, you better make sure it's good because you only get one move after that, and that's it, which I think that's how it should be. I don't think you should be able to hop from school to school, which I think is going to help with recruiting, which I think will help with that initial transfer as well. Again, all things moving in the right direction. I knew it would happen eventually. We just didn't know when. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Let me know in the comment section. What's the thoughts on the music? I want to hear it. I'm sure I know what it's going to be, but it helps the algorithm, so let's put it in the comments section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, baby.